All right, Westover Warriors, welcome to the September UTA. Chief Cox, I told you when you moved up, remember about the middle of August, the weather would start to change, and did I lie?
No, you didn't, sir. I'm loving the cooler weather.
All right, well, it's hard to believe that the summer is past. It's already been several weeks since July UTA, and here we are in September and welcoming fall and the holiday season not too far behind. So you're getting all settled in the new apartment?
I am. I love it. I have this little place in Ludlow, and it's been very good to me, checking out the farms, the local hikes, and everything. So I appreciate all the tips that the Westover Warriors have been offering me so I can enjoy and acclimate to the area. It's been great.
No, it's awesome. It's great having you around. So I'll start us off. I'll run through my list, and since we're doing it virtually there, make it a little bit easier to get our message across, and I'll kick it over to you, and you can wrap it up in the end. How's that?
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I have some sad news to pass on. As many are probably aware by now, we lost one of our valued members of our security forces team, Staff Sergeant Philip Stevens, recently succumbed to cancer. A great individual. I know the security forces team did a remarkable job, really honoring his service and really setting the standard for how we take care of our airmen. And I know the family was extremely pleased with that turnout. So to our security forces team, sorry for the loss, but way to rock as far as taking care of one of our own and their family. As far as to give them three, on a happier note, a lot of recognition this month, a lot of promotions. I got some lieutenant colonels that can start buying some beverages on the UTA, so that's good news. Civilian service awards, and lastly, a lot of KPLs, key players. So great news all the way around. Way to go on that one. So let me switch gears a little bit and talk about the wing status. Not much has changed. Although COVID in the surrounding area is looking better within the Massachusetts area, again, nothing on the wing has changed in how we're doing things from when you were here in July. So we're still under our HPCon Bravo. I still have a public emergency declared. We're still doing temperature checks at the gate. And again, we'll do those temperature checks in the squadron like we did from July UTA. And just all around, just good common sense, following the procedures and guidelines that I've put out, wearing a mask when you're around people, distancing, and just being smart. I really applaud everyone's efforts and compliance during the July UTA. And knock on wood, we did a great job with the July 4-day UTA and expecting the same turnout for the September UTA. With that, my commander's intent, the guidance is published. Again, I'm going to refer to the app and refer you to the app from here forward. So my commander's intent is out there for you all to read. If you go to the UTA folder, you'll see that guidance as well as the COVID information and all the policies and procedures there. The gate hours are also published. So I am not going to announce them here because I want you to go to the app and get accustomed to go finding that information there. As far as the UTA goes with must-dos, there's guidance now from the Secretary of Defense. There you go, Chief. Thanks. And make Bill's job a little bit easier. That's great. Secretary of Defense has a mandatory OPSEC training. Everyone has to accomplish by the 18th of the month. For us, that means close the business of the September UTA. So everyone needs to get that done. And again, medical requirements, a lot of stuff that popped up due since July. So I need everyone to get up there and knock that out. We dropped a little bit overall with our statistics leading 4th Air Force, but we don't have much to close that gap and crush everyone else again. So please get on that. Probably a lot of folks have already understand the fitness testing has been suspended. There was talk about maybe pushing that off until the spring sometime. Before that guidance came out, I said we're just going to take and reevaluate it in January. And it seems like that's become now more of the official position. So regardless, right now we'll take a look at it in January and see where we are. But I encourage everyone to stay fit, stay active, get out there, enjoy the beautiful fall weather, and take advantage of just getting into a good fitness lifestyle. As far as the tutor.com, some great news for all of you that are stuck home and trying to become school teachers and taking care of your children. I know that's been fun. Fortunately, ours are old and out of the house, so I don't have to deal with that, but tutor.com has some great tools that are out there now that are now opened up and they're free for the Guard and the Reserve. So I encourage you all to take care of them. Otherwise, Chief, that's all I really have other than just saying just the old motto of remember, good compliance with your health. So if you're ill, don't come to drill. So Chief, over to you.
All right. Thank you, sir, so much. So Colonel Peters, you probably heard this, and Westover Warriors, you always want to offer feedback, right? But what about the uniforms? Do they ever ask our opinions on the uniforms? Well, they are now. So right now, they're accepting constructive feedback on ways to improve the dress and appearance standards. Ideas will be reviewed, and if it looks good for have a good sound suggestion, it will move to the Air Force Uniform Board, and then further on to Air Force Chief of Staff, now General Brown, for the final authority. If an idea is rejected, the person will get an explanation of why. That part I love, that we're going to know that our responses or ideas did not go into this black hole. You will need your CAC in order to access the site, and you'll see the website coming up, and it's on a platform used by Idea Scale. And this is the same platform, the same website that used for the Spark Tank ideas for the Air Force Innovations. So when you get a chance, take a look at that. Not only offer your ideas for the new uniforms, but also check out some of those other blocks on there with the Spark Tank ideas to see what's going on in the Air Force. The second item I want to remind everyone is your VRED. I know I was reminded with my move, I need to update my VRED. And so if you haven't done that or don't even remember the last time you did that, you might want to go in and double check it. It should be done at least once a year. You want to confirm the information listed in your virtual records for emergency data. Make sure who the emergency contacts are correct, where they live in case they've moved. You want to make sure that information is up to date. Nothing like trying to find somebody, Colonel Peters, and I have your wrong number for your wife, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and you know, that's really been one of those thorns that we really haven't gained a lot of traction on. So great. We need everyone to get out there and knock that out. There's no reason why that data should be outdated. So everyone, please knock that out with this UTA. Thank you. And Chief, thanks for bringing that up.
Sure, sure. A few other things I want to talk to, items for professional development and a few things thinking ahead. Professional development this weekend is going to be Saturday at the Emergency Management Classroom. That's building 2416 at 11:30. You can bring your lunch in, and the topic for this weekend is preparing for interviews. I don't know about you all, but I've had some growing pains in my past where I was not prepared for an interview. It showed, and it was probably a big reason why I didn't get a job that I was looking for. But lesson learned how to do it better, and it definitely improved my chances for future opportunities.
But you got the best job now, right?
Thank you, sir. See, practice got me here. So that's Saturday, 11:30, professional development, preparing for interviews. And another professional development opportunity is the DTNF chief advertisement is out there. The closeout is 30 September. This is another way to broaden your military experience without having to leave Westover. So it's opened up for E6 and E7. If you have any questions, please see Sergeant Wiechek or myself. We'll be happy to walk you through it. And if there's any hesitation, there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of great leaders out there in those ranks. So please ask questions and give it a try. Let's see if this is going to fit your wheelhouse. A few things that I want to mention thinking ahead. One thing is, if you haven't been to the SharePoint lately, I encourage you all to start checking it out. There's a lot of information out there. If you're looking for rosters for the different commanders or squadron, senior arts, that's where you're going to find this stuff. If you're looking for a passcodes because maybe somebody moved from unit to unit, you can easily find this instead of checking with your CSS. So next month, we're going to have a scavenger hunt on the SharePoint, so be ready for that. The other thing I want you to think about is, well, some of you probably already thinking about the holidays coming. You get a little bit of crisp coolness in the air and you're thinking the holidays, right? So this year, along with our holiday party, we're going to have a life-size holiday card event. Instead of the contest of the reefs, we're going to ask each unit and squadron to include the tenants like maps, the maps, USO, they're going to participate too. And so we're going to give you this huge 4x8 plywood board along with some pillars. There'll be some 2x4s. There'll be rules of engagement. Each unit has a POC, and we're going to send that information out tomorrow on where to pick up the boards, what the rules of engagement are, and when to turn them in. So I hope you all have fun doing some team building together, getting those holiday cards together. And yes, there will be a contest. So I look forward to seeing the humor and the creativity with all the different squadrons. Colonel Peters, I know you've seen some of these cards at different bases, right?
Now, these cards are just amazing. It's just a great way to try to have some fun with this year that's just been so just dynamic and in a state of flux with COVID. So it should be a great way for us to get out there. Remember, distance, use all the same protocols we talked about, but get out there, have fun, and it should be a lot of fun to see these all displayed. And we'll look forward to the competition. I'm starting to hear rumors that I might be a little stiff, so we'll see.
Awesome. Well, those are the two things I want you to think about. October, you take the SharePoint scavenger hunt, and I got the holiday card. That information will come out there. Other than that, sir, that's the wrap for me.
Okay, if you don't mind, let me steal an alibi. I'd like to put in a plug for our key spouses. They've just been doing amazing work. You know, our LRS team did a great job working through the dynamics of getting everyone out for the RCP. We finally got our last deployers out not too long ago, and it's hard to believe we're already starting to receive them back. But the key spouses have just been doing a great job working with the shirts and just making sure we're connecting with the families and just honoring our promise and making sure we're worrying about the families while our members are forward. So to the key spouses, you're rocking it. Thank you. So Chief, that's all I have. I want you to wrap us up.
All right, Westover Warriors.
Patriot proud.